Marina Ventura, Energy Explorer.
Hi guys, Marina Ventura here. I am on a mission to explore the what, how and why behind the electricity we use and find out some cool stuff about how things are changing. Wanna come too? Excellent! Reducing climate change is a job not just for our country but for the whole world. And one very cool way that countries are collaborating is with something called Interconnectors. Now, that might sound like a complicated sort of thing, but it's actually dead simple. Let's find out more from Mapap. He's an energy expert.
Interconnectors are basically really big and very long high-voltage cables that connect the electricity systems of neighbouring countries. They might run under the sea, underground, or via overhead cabling. The UK is connected with Europe with interconnectors that lie at the bottom of the North Sea and English Channel. Because they're a way of sharing electricity, we can pass any surplus electricity we might have to another country who needs it. Or receive a supply from overseas when we need a top-up.
That sounds cool! After all, it's good to share, right?
It is, but not just because it helps to make sure everyone has enough electricity to power their homes, school or businesses. It's also a great way to make the most of renewable sources, which, whilst clean, are more intermittent. If the sun doesn't shine or wind doesn't blow, we can't generate solar or wind power. Interconnectors allow us to import clean energy when we need it, to where it's needed within a matter of minutes.
So rather than having to top up with fossil fuels, we can use renewable sources from other countries, reducing the amount of pollution in the environment. Neat! That will help us reach net zero, the balance between the amount of greenhouse gas produced and the amount removed from the atmosphere.
And the amazing thing is, it's happening already. There are massive interconnectors linking the UK with France, Belgium, Norway and the Netherlands. As you can imagine, these cables are very long. One, the North Sea link, connects our supply with Norway. It's currently the longest in the world at 720 kilometres. Although, that title is expected to be handed to an interconnector in development that will connect us with Denmark.
So here's a question. How do you get a cable safely to another country across the bottom of the sea? After all, the North Sea can be 700 metres deep. You need to be very good at diving to get that far down, right?
No one needs to get wet. Ships move the cables to the right place and underwater robots dig channels for them to sit in. And don't worry, they make sure not to disturb the marine life that lives nearby too much.
But if you're interconnecting between countries on the continent and there are mountains in the way, what do you do then? It must be a huge job to lay down cables across entire countries.
It certainly is, especially when those working together speak different languages. Fortunately, engineering is something of a universal language, and there are a ton of solutions to help get the job done. If you don't want to go over a mountain, you can always go through it, building special tunnels to carry the cables safely, like the one that links France with Spain under the Pyrenees.
Cooperating with other countries near and far is a great way to make sure we all have enough electricity and make the most out of renewable sources.
In the next 10 years, almost all of the energy we get from the interconnected network will be from zero-carbon energy sources. This will remove a whopping 100 million tonnes of carbon emissions, which is equivalent to planting approximately 4.5 billion trees, or taking up to 64 million cars off the road.
Amazing!
Marina Ventura, Energy Explorer. Find out more about National Grid and how Grid for Good is helping climate change at funkidslive.com/marina.